Welcome back into the Bettor Half Hour, my favorite segment where we bring you veterans in the sports betting space that are winning more than they're losing. You've seen him crush on this show many a times. He's a part of Sirius XM as well as PicksWise. Adam Ronis back in the building. Adam, how are you, my friend? Happy March Madness.
Yeah, doing great, man. And we're going to get some of the most exciting days in sports over the next few days. Can't wait. Basketball all day long.
Indeed. All right, so let's talk day one. I want to get your thoughts on any games, particularly on Thursday, that you're dialing in on, upsets, underdogs outright, maybe even some favorites you like.
Yeah, I like Michigan. It's the first game of the day, so a lot of people are going to bet on this one. Obviously, there was some question about whether they should be in the tournament. They play the very difficult schedule. They have experience. They're a slight favorite over Colorado State. It's a early game for Colorado State here on the East Coast, and I think Michigan is going to be able to score inside, so I like them. And I like Kentucky handling St. Peter's. I just think St. Peter's is going to have a real difficult time scoring in this one. If Kentucky won the SEC, they probably are a number one seed. Instead, they're a two. They can go on a scoring spurt to pull away. So those are the two games I like on Thursday.
I love both of those. How about teams that are setting up bettors for a bad outcome in day one that are maybe some trap bets you're trying to avoid?
Well, people have recency bias. They go based on what they last saw. So you have a couple teams that played well in the tournament that I think the public might cater to. Tennessee is a team. Iowa, they made runs. Tennessee played 3 games in the SEC tournament. They're laying 18. Iowa played 4 games in the Big Ten tournament. They're favored by 10.5. So the public are likely going to be on those teams, and they're probably not going to cover the spread. So I think that's what you have to look out for. We know people love, what did you do for me lately? And they go based on that, but you have to look at the context of things with those teams.
Is there a matchup tomorrow, you think maybe a 4-13, 8-9, something of that ilk that is going to be an upset?
I'll tell you one that I like is Iowa State. Now, I wish they had like a better draw here, but, LSU unexpectedly firing their coach, Will Wade. So it's difficult to know how they're going to respond to that. LSU has not come in playing well, lost 4 of 7, 7 of 13. Iowa State coming out of that tough Big 12. They're good defensively. They can slow it down and play ugly. So it could be a toss-up. So I'll take the 4 points in that game, and I think Iowa State can come out with the W.
Let's now talk about these 1 seeds not named Gonzaga. If you were to take a futures on any of the other 3 1 seeds to run the table or a lock you have in that Final Four slot, who do you like not named the Bulldogs?
I wouldn't say they're a lock, but I like their draw. It's Kansas. Baylor's region is loaded with teams I like more than them, specifically Kentucky, UCLA, and Purdue. Baylor's leading scorer, LJ Cryer, won't play this weekend. Arizona has some injury issues as well, specifically the point guard, Kerr Kreshaw. So he's got that high ankle sprain. So it really comes down to Kansas just having the softest region. They played well, and I think they, coming out of the Big 12 tournament, and Vegas reflects the odds because they've moved up. They're 9-1 now after the bracket was released. So I think it's just Kansas based on the draw. I don't think they're a strong 1 seed, but because of their region, I would pick them outside of Gonzaga for a 1 seed going to the Final Four.
Yeah, Bill Self, an excellent tournament coach team as well. All right, how about a team, Adam, and you can pick anyone on the board that no one's talking about, that we should be talking about, that you like to get maybe Sweet 16, Elite 8, even Final Four?
I'll go Final Four. It's Purdue at plus 450. If they would have beaten Iowa, they probably are a 2 seed. Now, again, it's not the best draw in that region. To me, it comes down when they play Kentucky. The winner of that will have an advantage of getting to the Final Four. They have Jaden Ivey. He can take over the tournament and play really well. They have the big men to match Kentucky. And also say Duke as well. They're in Gonzaga's bracket, and a lot of people are writing them off. Obviously, they didn't finish the season well, 2-2 in the last 4. But they already beat Gonzaga this year, and they're plus 400. So I wouldn't write them off either.
And in terms of people listening that are novice or new to sports betting, especially because it's legal in New York for the first year for March Madness, any strategies you have for our viewers because there's so many games to bet on?
Yeah, I would actually go a little light in the first 2 days, unless you really have strong opinions and you like the value. Everyone is eager to bet. these lines have been out for a few days, so they're kind of sharp. I think the real advantage comes Saturday and Sunday. You have a quick turnaround. You can look to the experienced coaches that can draw up a game plan really quickly to outmatch their opponent. So I think that's really where you get the advantage. The other thing is bet against the, average to below average teams. For example, Virginia Tech, right? They're coming in hot, but they're not that good. They won 4 games in 4 days, but they've been below average all season. So, don't just go based on what you saw in the tournament because they got hot for a few days. We saw it last year with Georgetown, right? They came out of nowhere. They won the Big East. And what happened when they got to the tournament? They were eliminated early. So, and the other thing is I'm not afraid to lay a big number with these 1 or 2 seeds in the first day or two. The teams they're playing, the inferior opponents, they just really haven't seen talent like some of these 1 or 2 seeds. So I'll lay the points with some of these teams.
And Adam, I'll get you out of here with this. Any favorite spots for day 1, day 2, or the first round? Any kind of 1-2 rules you like to follow? I know you gave us a little bit there, but anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, some of the teams that I mentioned that are big favorites, Kentucky, Purdue, and Duke, I'm going to take them. Purdue is playing a bad Yale team. Ivy League is kind of weak this year. They upset Princeton, so I think you could see a big game there. And then on the other side, I'm going to take Colgate getting 8 points. There's a team that can shoot well from three-point range, shooting 40%. Wisconsin is limping into this, coming off a loss to Nebraska, lost in the first round of the Big Ten championship. So Colgate has some experience, so I think they're a team that can win outright. And Chattanooga is another team getting 8 points against Illinois. I think they could cover and potentially win.